unboxing some coilovers. I wish I could put these on right now, but not that far along yet. Maybe in another week or two we can tidy up the front suspension, but yeah. Todd and Tim came over this weekend. Did a bunch of stuff. Check it out, Dick.
So now the back wheel's just not sitting there for show?
Not for show, no more.
Let's see. Are you sure? Sure. Let's go up over. Oh,
So we got 32 bars in over a 3-day weekend. We got to finish weld all of it. We got some of it like halfway welded, but
look at them shock brackets.
we gotta figure out. Yeah, those come with the axle from Tin Soldiers. But yeah, we finally worked on it at least. I mean, we spent 3 full days on it. Well, almost 3 full days on it with 2 and 3 guys working on it. So we already put 100 hours into it. Stuff takes forever. I hate chassis work, but it is what it is. Too expensive to take it somewhere else, and then they never get it done, and then you have to go pick it up later anyways, and then your vehicle's in chassis jail for however long. So not my thing. I'd prefer to just do it myself. But yeah, no, it's awesome because we're finally making progress on it now. So it got me super hyped. Now I'm gonna go after it really hardcore. The list of stuff to buy is super small. I need like to pay, I gotta pay for the crank, it's on order, but I gotta pay for the crank, buy a 16-volt battery. What else? I'm trying to think, something else that was kind of expensive. I double checked, there's only a few things left. But yeah, it's awesome because it's taken an entire year. Like I've almost had the car a whole year. Oh, transmission, I gotta pay for that. But they actually, FTI called me earlier, they're starting on mine today. So I gotta get crank, transmission, battery, drag wing, and then it's like brake lines, fuel lines, drive shaft. Got everything else. So I mean, the list is only about 100,000. It's like 12 grand more. And we're finally done with this $110,000 project. I was like, we'll do this for 100 and 105 and 110. And it's a lot of money to build a car on this level for sure. And that's with getting a deal on some parts, getting a little bit of sponsored stuff, and then us doing 100% of the work outside of building the trans, just because I'm good friends with the guys from FTI and they take good care of me. So I'll leave that in their hands. But yeah, we made some awesome progress. We got the entire back half in minus 4 bars that I have to put in, but we're gonna wait until we finish weld it to put those last 4 bars in, because it'd just be difficult to weld them in with them in the way. So much easier with them out. Todd did his thing on the 4-link brackets. They're super, super nice. Firewalls all together. So we got a door X bars, a halo, you know, the funny car hoop. So
what do you got left to get it a roller though? Just the mounts for the front?
I mean, yeah, I mean, honestly, as soon as those mounts come, I ordered them yesterday because I couldn't find them and they weren't in stock anywhere. And then I ended up buying them from just some weird off Google, you know, eBay store kind of thing. And they said they had them, and I actually got a shipping thing today. So hopefully they actually shipped. But I got the other spindle sides. So all I gotta do is obviously a lot, but to mount the fronts, I just need the 2 bars. It's a 1-inch tube and then a 7/8 tube, and then 2 heim joints, and then 4 tabs per side. And then the strut cups are going to be super easy to bolt on. But I mean, honestly, it could be a roller like as soon as those come, but I'm not going to take it off the jig then, just because there's more stuff to do. It's easier to get to it when you can do it like that. So a lot of the finish weld on the floor and stuff, I'll just do it while it's still on the rack. But as soon as we get that, and the next couple of steps is going to be groundbreaking, because then we can really go, like, I'm fast at everything else. So once the car's a roller, I got a bunch of scallop strips from Tin Soldiers. We'll tack them to the floor, lay out carbon sheets, you know, pretty much do, I mean, it's going to be what, 6 or 8 pieces on the floor. It won't be that big of a deal. So I mean, the carbon will go in bigger sections than the bars do. So I figured we spent a weekend, did the whole back half. We got to finish weld it. I'll probably spend, you know, 3-4 hours a night coming up and finish welding, you know, 3-4 bars at a time, so that way it doesn't feel like a big chunk. And then I'll try to get Todd and those guys up for a weekend, and we'll hurry up and slam out the funny car hoop section in the driver containment area. And then it's pretty much little small increment stuff from there. The front stuff is super easy. Just literally need the other parts. I just waited until now to get them just because it wasn't a rush. But and get that set up, and then yeah, I mean, it'll have struts and coilovers and pretty close. Steering column and stuff is going to be super easy. I mean, it's a race car, so you can put it wherever you want. And then I'll probably mock up the engine while it's on here in the trans, so I can do the trans cross member. Then I'll take it back out, and then yeah, I mean, it's, if you want to call it like 2 or 3 weekends full, if I can devote 3 full weekends to it, it's a roller. That's awesome.
So do you think you can have it a roller by December 26th?
Christmas. That's my Christmas present to myself, is push it and it rolls.
Perfect, because we would picked it up on the 26th, so if we could do it in the year. We went the day after. That's why Buddy couldn't go.
Well, that's true. So yeah, that's the goal. I'll make it a roller by Christmas.
So that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, because then you can just push it around and look at it. Like I said, we gotta, once we get everything else done, we're gonna pull the body back off the frame so we can weld behind it. A lot of guys won't do that, but I will. So it'll be 100% welded. Then one day, if someone buys it, it's 100% welded, and they're not like, ah, this loser didn't even weld at all. But yeah, we'll cut the body back off, and then we'll set the body back on, because we just temporarily put it on here, so we actually do have to move it a little bit anyways. It actually has to come forward just a smidge. But yeah, that's finally did something. And that's a lot of work, actually. So I mean, we had 3 guys that kind of do this stuff, so we got quite a bit done in a short amount of time, which is very helpful, because if I would have picked at it, it would have took me a month. So that's nice. Turbo should be here soon.
Did you get a game turbo?
Yeah, 110 force inductions with a billet center and stuff, so it's a pretty nice one.
Did you get the housing all powder coated and stuff?
Just the front, the compressor cover I did. The other side I'm gonna have my buddy Ben Bradfield do it.
Like on the Mustang?
Probably do that same color, honestly. I think it'll go good with this color too. It'll look good on the outside. Probably do polish. I'll polish all the pipes, like the aluminum stuff, and then all the stainless stuff, I'll probably have them coated that copperish gold color again. I thought that looked cool. It'll kind of offset because that's kind of got goldish look into it, you know.
We can always add more
To the car. Oh, it's already too much as it is.
Take some clear, mix some gold. I'm sure we got gold powder in there.
That'd be pretty cool though. I'm getting excited now finally. For a while I was just like, it's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. It's too much work. And now it's like, wow, we actually did something. So it's a pretty good time. Got the vet all tore apart, motors out of that. Waiting on the heads on that. Decided just to take the heads right off and send them out now and get the guides fixed. Again, got about 12,000 miles on them and already need replaced. So, no, it's pretty cool. Hope everyone likes it. It's gonna be awesome.
They'll have to let us know if they want more videos of it.
I don't know if they see it. It's really shiny. I can't stop looking at it myself. So much stuff going on.
It looks really awesome.
It's my first race car that is a serious race car because my last couple were just not serious. This thing is gonna be serious.
Thinking it'll break into the mid-5s in the 8th mile?
Yeah, hopefully it goes 5s.
Maybe.
For the price, yeah. See this thing?
Today, oh, what just got dropped off today?
Yeah. Bel Air. It's got some chumpy 250 horsepower 454 right now. We're gonna fix that. We got a remedy. It's called the LS. We're gonna put a 383 like we did in Andrew's truck in it. A little bit because it's a lighter car, so we'll put a little bit lighter or a bigger stall in it. So we'll put like a 3800 triple disc and let the guy just shred the tires. That's pretty much what he wants to do. Just sound good and shred the tires. And that'll be a pretty fun project. It's gonna take a while. A lot of money and a lot of parts. A lot of time. We got to do an extra good job on it because it's super nice.
It's a very nice car.
It'll be pretty fun. Oh, getting old. A long weekend crawling underneath that chassis jig and up and down, back and forth.
I tell you what, though, these wheels.
It's already scratched really good, man.
These wheels.
Can't wait till we polish those.
Are probably the best wheels on the market, hands down.
Wait till we polish them here, get shinier. We actually did a really good job. We had like 4 sets of wheels one time, and we compared the barrels, and like the welds definitely had the nicest barrels. I remember when Todd got them set of RCs, he's like, "Are yours welds all scratched up like this?" I'm like, "No."
No, they're not.
No, they look really good. He's like, "Dang it."
Look at that.
Look at that. Andrew's over here.
Moping.
He's like, "Man."
He's gonna be a dad. He doesn't get to do cool race.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to do cool race anymore, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, that doesn't matter. The it doesn't."
You clutch for the vet?
Oh yeah, we got that going on.
Got a
I was showing him the wheels again.
We got a monster with I paid $100 to have that cut out, since it saves supposedly 6 pounds. Who knows? This one's the SK full carbon Kevlar discs. Since we burn up the, I mean, I guess you gotta kind of understand. Had 7,000 really freaking hard miles on it in the Z06, and the clutch discs were just worn all the way through. So
the previous owner really liked to do them hard passes by the shop.
yeah, I think he was pretty rough on it for sure. I mean, I didn't beat the crap out of it, but the one time I put radials on it and slipped the clutch, it did not recover. And I was like, oh man. So I was like, I better slip it nice, that way it don't wheel hop or something. And I did, and I was like, the pedal don't feel so good anymore. And the clutch was right at the top. And I'm like, cool. So I was driving home and it's slipping, and I'm like, awesome. Done, son. So Andrew pulled the motor out. And then we took the heads off. Yeah, after the motor was out. Pulled it out. You know, we figured we'd have the head supported while it's out, since it's so much work taking it apart and then putting it back together 45 times. So this is the last time staying NA. Import the heads of that bigger cam.
You sure it's staying in A?
I'm not ruining that car ever again anymore. I might not even put radials back on it ever again. The first time I put radials on it, I burnt the clutch up at 40 miles. Hey, it was a coincidence? Probably not, but could have been. Terrible idea. So.
Nope, after you're done with that, you can ruin the red truck.
The red truck's going to be fun. Did I already say that in the video?
No, we should keep that hush-hush till it's time.
I mean, we've already been talking about it for a year, but...
Yeah, well, you got something rad coming for it now.
Couldn't sleep, and I ordered a motor that was blown up because I wanted to buy some late connecting rods, and here we are. So, yeah, we'll wait till it comes. It's supposed to come in this week. The guy shipped it today.
Yeah.
So it should be here by the end of the week. And then we'll tear it all apart, assess the damages. Hopefully the sleeve's not cracked because it's, you know, an LS7, and that's kind of common in those when they drop a valve or something. But he had a fuel pump failure and it melted a Wiseco piston. So I got the motor pretty decently cheap considering.
Yes.
So let's part out the rest and keep the block and then build like a 430 or a 440 depending on how much I can bore the sleeves or have to bore the sleeves if so. And then that will be make that rowdy. Leave the vet kind of moderate. Even though I should pull that cam back out already. Put the other cam back in, just leave the radio alone. Or no, yeah.
Oh, your new cam in the vet?
Yeah, you know, put that in the red truck.
You gotta leave that.
Put it in the red truck. Either that or I'm buying the same cam for the red truck.
There you go. And then because you have 2 gold cams, I gotta buy 1. I don't even need it, but the fact that you have 2 gold ones means I need 1 gold one.
I was just like, I'm gonna run some nice lifters, nice cam, go hard. So yeah,
We'll have to do.
Look how small those ports are. Those are the AHP stage 4s. Those things are weak sauce.
Yeah, the Frankensteins are monsters.
Yeah, they are. Which they're a totally different head, so it's not fair. But yeah, we'll send those out to Iron Mask Airflow if the other heads are in bad shape or in great shape. So I probably should just sell these, but we got to put the guides in it. So we got to take it over to Brian's, have Brian put the guides in it. Did just message him earlier. He said bring it over. He can do it before the end of the month. He's already started on the LS2 and the 383. He's got them both bored and washed. You just got to balance them. So that's cool.
We'll do a full breakdown on that car too.
Pretty soon. What's up?
He's gonna be busy assembling engines.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Again.
A couple few more to do. That's gonna be cool. We just got parts scattered. It's starting to get on my nerves. We got one bench over there that's just rocker arms, valve springs, and valve covers, and just all stuff from 2 and 3 engines. It's like, we're gonna start mixing those up if we don't use them and put them on something. So it's gonna be exciting. But back to the moral of the story. Dick posted an update on the green car video, and I was like, now we got an update. Faux show. Might not seem like much, but it's 100 hours of labor over a weekend, split up between a few guys, but that's a lot of work. So, but it was a little bit of motivation. It kicked my ass in gear. So usually when I set my heart to something, it's gonna get done.
And I've been bugging the out of you about it.
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot of little stuff it needs, which I cleaned up some of that stuff and ordered some stuff today. There's a lot of $200 stuff that I just ordered, put it back on my credit card so I could get some frequent flyer miles. And then I got an email and my credit dropped 20 points. I'm like, damn it, my credit cards, man, they get you every time. But yeah, it doesn't need a lot of stuff left. Got to pay for the trans. I got to pay for the crank, battery, and then it's like I'm gonna go in there in a minute and finish buying the parachute that I left open. Buy a parachute, mount, build my own mount, super light. And then it's really downhill from there. Kinda. Once the floor is done. Once the sheet metal is done for the firewall and the carbon's done for the floor and the tubs, it's like easy stuff from there on out. Assemble the engine one weekend, mount it another weekend, wiring one weekend, fab the turbo kit another weekend, do the fuel system, and bam, ready to fire. So definitely going to be racing this thing by spring if I don't break it on the dyno.
Is your dyno going to be able to hold it? Or are you going to have to take it to the old one?
I mean, I'll start it there. I'll run it, you know, like make a couple break-in passes and then take it over to Diesel Freaks and turn on. They got 4 eddy current brakes, so that'll hold it. And then they got a hydraulic ram that'll pull like 2,000 pounds downward, so we'll just put a couple straps around the axle and pull it straight to earth. But yeah.
Yeah, there won't be no spinning now.
No, that's what, like the Camaro. When I put the Camaro on there that one time, that wouldn't spin the tire at all. The Fox spun the tires just because the lower axle mounts were so close to the roller that, like, when I put some pressure on it, they touch the way that the rollers are, because it's a cradle style with a dual roller. So the car set down so low in it, like there's tin in the middle and it hit it, so I couldn't pull it down like I could the Camaro. So this one will be a little bit different, I think. Should clear. If it doesn't, like I said, we'll get a run. When we had the Fox on the dyno over there, ran on 27 pounds of boost, and that's when I started wheel spinning. Took it to the track. That was the first time using Fuel Tech, so I had the correction stuff on, and it was like 3% off. So it barely had to do anything, but it ran 450 at 164 right off the dyno at 27 pounds. Turned up to 36 and went 440s on day one. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this. Get it sorted, make sure everything's good. Not sure if I should or not. We'll probably launch it down the street once or twice just to make sure it drives straight.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
And I don't have a VIN number even.
You don't need that.
Does anybody has a piece of IROC Camaro floating around for like $500? Let me buy it, and I'll ratchet strap the VIN number in there. I'll take it right to the cage, and I'll go get plates and insurance for that son.
Streetcar, and then take her through to McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll run on 4 gallons on methanol.
We'll just follow you with a refill can.
Maybe 15 miles or so. They'll probably get 4 or 5 miles a gallon. You get heavy in there with like a bladder, you could squeeze it and like keep filling
in the
tank.
passenger seat that it won't have.
We'll just follow you.
You sit on the floor.
Leave the hood off it, and then every time we need to put fuel in it, somebody jump out, top her off.
Easy stuff, man. I don't know. Everyone gets.
We'll make it work.
I think you've had every car at Lucky, so you at least have to take it to Lucky so you get a picture for the sign.
If not, I trailer it home and then drive it to Lucky. It won't be too far then.
I'll make it. At least it's a pretty straight shot.
Yeah. It'll coast for a while too, you know. I'll throw 5 gallons of methanol inside and then just pour it in there. There we go.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, that's the only worry I have right now is 50 pounds of boost on 110 millimeter turbo on M1, because it'll be the first one I've ever tuned from the ground up, and it's not like I'm just jumping into a 600 horsepower bracket car. I don't know, so like, it's tip over at about 2,800. So
a couple thousand horsepower actual race car.
Exciting times. It's an exciting time to be alive.
You went from a 300 horsepower Honda to this
in less than 10 years. First day I made 230s.
I don't know, 08 was a pretty long time ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, but 12 when I really got serious. Back then all I wanted to do was party and make bad decisions, so just didn't do that correctly. But yeah, when the first dyno session I had, 2012, it was 237 wheel horsepower, and I almost cried because I was like, my life's a failure. This thing's gonna make 300 all day. And I was like, 237? This sucks.
Felt fast.
It did feel fast, but yeah, I remedied that really quick. And then it was 380, and then it was 474, and then it was 600, and then it was 670, and then it was 758, and then I was like, wow, that was really easy. Now that I'm not a retard, it was a pretty smooth sailing.
What was the max on that?
758.
That's nuts.
I ran 9s with a stock trans. All I had was a cuff. Had a twin disc, but just prayed every pass, just make it to the end. I broke 3rd and 4th gear every weekend in that car for like 3 months. And I was like, I hate stick shifts.
And then you got a Camaro.
Yeah, then Camaro. And then had the Fox, and just wasn't me, man. Just Camaro guy through and through. Wish I still had that chameleon one.
We could paint this one chameleon.
That's very true. That would throw it back. There's about 40 girls in northern Michigan that wish they wouldn't have met that guy in a chameleon Camaro back in 04 and 05, because they done got their hearts broken. He came, he saw, he conquered. You know what I mean? Yeah, what a douchebag. Anyways, that was a quick rundown. We just wanted to give you guys an update for reals this time on the car. We're going to start going hard on it. Projects are a lot of work, but they're a lot of fun. Like, I had a pretty good time this weekend outside of smelling cut-off wheel dust, cleaning edges and stuff, but that was good. But yeah, we're getting close. Now we'll post some progress. You guys have a good night.